Good morning, day 2. It's actually kind of warm this morning, which is crazy. I'm used to these Colorado mornings where it's so cold. I didn't need any layers in my tent last night and actually got a little warm, but slept really good. Somebody came in around like 10 o'clock though and set up pretty close to me, which was fine in that case, but they were making lots of noise. They had their headlamps like shining right on my tent, so that was a little annoying, but I eventually fell asleep. And yeah, it was a good night, and looks like it's going to be a beautiful morning. I don't really know what my plan is today. I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to see how far I want to go and maybe some areas that look nice. There's a waterfall, I guess, at some point with some potential camp spots, so I might check that out. But yeah, let's go. Here's a quick view. The morning light. So there is a big race going on that actually started maybe even already this morning. There's like a 100-miler, a 50-miler, and I believe another distance, but I can't recall what that is. So all along this trail, there's like yellow, like little tape, reflective tape for the runners, since they might be running into the night. But anyway, I have a feeling I'm going to get caught up in this, and it could be a pain in the butt because I have no idea if I'll be able to continue on. Like, I don't know how many groups of people will be coming through. I just met a girl who's going the opposite direction, and she said she thinks it goes until these Tahoe meadows, which I think might be like 10 miles ahead. So if I can make it there before runners start coming, I might be in the clear. But otherwise, maybe I'm gonna be a race spectator for a while today. So let's see. Oh yeah, here is another one of the reflective tapes. Right there. So I don't know. This could be interesting. So I guess one of the benefits of this race is the support that they had out here. So I just walked through a tent that they had set up for the runners with like drinks, water, trash. They might have had food, but anyway, they had offered whatever I wanted, but I just got my water bottle filled up and dropped trash. It's always a good day when you can drop trash. So, and they told me from that point, which I don't know, it's just like 0.2 of a mile back, it is about an hour for the runners to get here.
Let's see for now.
Okay. So an hour for the runners to get to that point, and then another hour essentially until they are at this point where it turns off up here. Sorry, some mountain bikers were going by. So I have to make it, essentially, according to them, just another 5 miles before the runners come through. And I can totally do that. So, should be good. So, just got some updated intel. Just passed another support tent for the race. And it's actually 5 more miles, which is what I had originally thought, that at the meadows is where they turn off. So, I'm pretty sure they're gonna catch up with me. So, let's see how this goes. Should be fun. One more thing I actually wanted to say. I was kind of pushing myself to try to get 10 by 10, and it's just after 9 and I have 8 miles. So, I mean, that's easily doable. But if I get waylaid due to these runners, then I may not make it. So that'll be a little bit of a bummer. I did kind of get a little bit of a slow start this morning. Started at 6:10. Normally start at 6, so that's not a huge deal. But the whole first hour, I was kind of taking it easy, taking photos and videos, enjoying the morning light. So it's definitely slow going. So we'll see if I can actually get my 10 by 10 or not. Got like 50 minutes maybe to go, and a little less than 2 miles. So let's see. All right, it is 9:45. I got 10 miles in, and the first runner passed me, all within like 30 seconds of each other. So I made it. I got my goal. Now I've got about 3.7 miles to go until Tahoe Meadows, which is where the runners will go one way and I go another. So we'll see how busy it's going to be. Until then, I may pull off for a little bit if big groups come by. But hey, I got my 10 by 10. Yeah. I am over 34 miles in, and this is the first creek. I'm actually really excited to get some cold creek water. Okay, so I just stopped for lunch. It is about 11:30. I've gone 14.25 miles so far, and I'm actually at Mount Rose campground. It's up here, which is actually originally where I was going to stop for the day today when I kind of mapped everything out before I came out here. But then yesterday, because I went on, I mean, it does not make sense to stop now. Like I said, it's only 11:30. I've only gone 14.25, so I'm gonna sit here and have some lunch and figure out what I want to do for the rest of the day. It's been a busy morning. Lots and lots of mountain bikers. I saw a couple through hikers going clockwise. And then after that first runner, I made it to the turnoff where they were going, and it was like probably about 45 minutes later, and another runner hadn't caught up yet. So that first runner was way ahead of everyone. But needless to say, I never had to deal with that. But I'll tell you, having a mob of runners heading your direction, there's no motivation greater than that. So I felt like this morning I was moving pretty good, felt good. And yeah, I'm just going to sit here and eat and figure out my plans. Here's the falls. I think it's called Galena Falls. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it's quite lovely. We'll leave that little blooper in. This has to be probably the worst camp spot ever, but it is the best I could do. I am literally crammed in here, not an inch to spare. I'm over plants. I am literally right next to the trail and no tree cover. So yeah, that's it for the night. But I was done. All right, so today is done. I am hiding out in my tent because it was starting to sprinkle and I can't sit up because this is the worst tent spot ever. And in fact, I'm literally like rolling to the side. So
I'm half considering packing up and moving, but I don't think I have it in me. So anyway, today was a today was a really good day. It felt good, felt strong. Did my longest day ever, officially, according to the far out mileages at 24, or no, I'm sorry, 23.4 miles. The morning was kind of fun, and with all of the like anticipation with the runners. Saw a ton of mountain bikers this morning. Um, then after lunch, I was in a very populated area near Mount Rose campground, so there were a ton of day hikers. But I felt really good at the afternoon, and that's when I kind of ultimately decided to push on. I was at a spot at like 18 miles, and it was, I think, like 2 o'clock. And I was like, what am I going to do for the rest of the day? So I just decided to move on. Then, with how the kind of trail is here, you're kind of coming up around all these different ridges. And I didn't realize a storm was coming in. So I was climbing to like the highest point around, which was 10 something. And like as I was getting up there, I saw really dark clouds and even heard some thunder. So then I was like trying to go as fast as I could to um, get down, and ultimately I did, and everything was fine. So yeah, a good day, long day, but it was nice. And now let's just hope I get some sleep, and that this camp spot is safe, I guess. So good night, and thanks again for watching.